Berserk of Gluttony Episode 4 begins with the warriors coming across Fate in disguise, standing triumphant over a pile of dead goblin bodies. They name him Corpse before running away. Back at the Heart House, Roxy approaches Fate, asking him to accompany her on a secret mission, and takes him to the Hart family vineyards. She introduces him to her mother, and her mother asks him if he likes her. Fate claims that he cares very dearly about Roxy, but this makes her shy, and she runs to her room. Returning to her room reminds Roxy about her father, who inspired her to become a holy knight. She then goes out with Fate to harvest grapes. A worker at the vineyard tells him about the seasonal harvest and monsters that come to attack it, explaining that Roxy comes to defend the vineyard against the Kobolds. Later that evening, Fate sees a girl with red eyes, and is also unable to use his appraisal skill on her. She claims to leave the Kobolds to him. Just then, Roxy arrives and claims the girl is Gallia. Fate confronts her about fighting the Kobolds. She reassures him that she will be all right. The next morning, the workers find the vineyards to be destroyed. Roxy, Fate, and a few warriors trace their location and watch from the bushes. They see another stronger kobold, whose level is identified as 50. Fate feels deep hunger and realizes he should hurry up. Returning back to the workers, she promises to defeat the beast and fight it the next day as she makes preparations. The same night, Fate approaches the herd and decides to begin slaying it. He transforms Greed into a bow and begins taking out the lower-level kobolds. He then uses Greed to slash through more. Unfortunately, the beast grabs his arrows when shot at, rendering them useless. The beast unleashes a powerful punch, throwing Fate to the ground. Fate pretends to be dead and slashes the other kobold when it has its guard down. Greed informs Fate that he can use his first-level arts if he gives him 10% of his stats. This transforms Greed into a much more powerful weapon, blows through the punches of the kobold beast, and kills it, leaving a huge crater in the ground. Just then, Fate has a stroke after killing a creature of a much higher level than him. The next morning, the warriors arrive at the site to see the kobolds already dead and the huge crater created. Roxy informs her mother about it, but points out the destruction done to the landscape. However, she is happy the monsters are taken care of. She suspects it is done by Gallia. Before taking leave, Roxy's mother requests that he be by Roxy's side and support her till the end. Returning back to the capital, Fate goes on his hints but learns that goblins won't be sufficient anymore. Later that day, Fate overhears that Hado is joining the hunt for Corpse. He also learns about the Galleon expedition. Roxy is assigned to the Galleon expedition. Fate requests that she not go, but she has her mind set on the mission. The Vleriks celebrate their opportunity to get rid of the Hart family. Fate comes face to face against Hado and the other warriors in their hunt for Corpse at the end of Berserk of Gluttony Episode 4.